Hello, this is Coach Johnny with the Chicago Fire. I have another English Premier League opinions for world-class coaching. So, plenty of things to talk about from the weekend of English Premier League games, but of course one main topic. And that goes all the way back to the first game of the weekend, the Manchester City-Liverpool game, and the Sadio Mane red card. So, was it a red card? Was it a yellow? Was it even a foul? Depending on which referee you had over the course of this weekend, you would have got a different result. But for me, the result is perfectly clear. It's a dangerous tackle. He's injured an opponent. Not that that's a high priority, but he definitely did injure the opponent, and it is reckless. It comes out to one opinion, and that is, I can only say, straight red card. He deserves a 3-game suspension, which has been carried over. They did appeal against it, but they've lost that appeal, and so he will get the 3 games. So clearly the referee and Football Association kind of agree with me. 100% stone cold red card. And I really cannot see too many any other opinions, or I don't agree with any other opinions that suggest that it might have been less than that. Jurgen Klopp was quick to come out into the press after the situation, and he was very vocal. He was talking that there was a little intent. Well, I understand there was little intent, but he still managed to very heavily maim the Manchester City goalkeeper with his foot being 6 foot up in the air. Klopp was also saying that Sadio Mane didn't see the goalkeeper coming. I'm not sure why you'd play a ball 6 foot up in the air if you didn't think that there was another player who was coming to win that 50-50. So those arguments don't really wash for me. The situation was, I thought it was a horrendous foul. I agree that it perhaps wasn't as malicious as some you see. I don't think it was intentional. It might well have been an accident, but Sadio Mane has to be responsible for his actions. He committed that foul. I think it was correctly adjudicated to be a red card and a 3-game suspension on top of it. So that's my opinion, and I have no issues with that. One thing that I do not quite agree with is that Jurgen Klopp came quickly out after the game and said that the red card affected the outcome of the game. I'm not sure that I agree with that. Manchester City were winning at the stage. They were 1-0 up, and Kevin De Bruyne had started to play really very well, and all I could see was that Manchester City were going to go on and dominate that game. The red card certainly helped Manchester City, playing against 10 men, there's no doubt about that, but I don't think the red card affected the outcome of the game. It might have affected the severity of the outcome. I don't think it would have finished 5-0 if the red card had not been, but I certainly don't think that Liverpool would have won that game had they stayed with it with 11 players. Knowing that prior to the red card they were 1 goal down, so that's worth noting. I'm not sure I agree with Jurgen Klopp on his response straight after the game. The next point that carries on from that, though, sticking with Jurgen Klopp, is I then don't understand a lot of the situations that he went into in terms of his substitutions, in terms of the tactics that he started to deploy. I'm a big fan of Jurgen Klopp. I think he did a fantastic job at Dortmund. I really like the way that they played, and I think he's doing a decent job at Liverpool. I'm still not quite understanding why they haven't bought any defenders, particularly in the transfer window, but I like a lot of what he's doing, taking them forward as an attacking force. But he came out after the game saying that he still felt that Liverpool could go on and win the game, that they could still get something from it. Even when they went 2-0 down, he was suggesting that they were still going forward and could then potentially go win the game, maybe draw the game, or at least get something from it. Certainly different from a 5-0 humiliation. But his tactics didn't suggest that what he was saying was what he wanted to do on the field. They went to the back 3. Emre Can went into a new look position for him. He made substitutions very quickly. Took off Salah at half-time, but on Oxlade-Chamberlain. I'm not sure that was going to change the game. He later took off Firmino and Wijnaldum. I just don't see that he was believing what he was saying, or what he was saying was not represented by what he was doing on the field. And I just wonder how Liverpool fans take to that, because it ended up in a pretty heavy 5-0 defeat. It smarted to me as if he was just trying to save players for the midweek European games, which is different from the rhetoric that he was sharing at the end of the game, which was saying that he felt that he could get something from the game. The two things didn't match for me. I wonder what the opinions are of Liverpool fans out there. Maybe even those Liverpool fans who actually went to the game had to endure this 5-0 defeat, which was very, very heavy. And by the end of it, I would say almost humiliating as well. That day for Liverpool, not only did they lose the game, not only did they lose the game, like I said, with humiliation, they've also lost a player for that game, and again a 3-game suspension. So not a great weekend for Liverpool Football Club. Not a great weekend for Klopp, in my opinion. They do have European games coming this week, and of course they will bounce back. Be interesting to hear a little bit of opinion, particularly from Liverpool fans, about the Klopp situation following the red card, and then maybe from any other fans who have a difference of opinion. For me, straight red, 3-game suspension, no questions asked. If you think you got a difference of opinion, you got some other point of view, then please share it with us. We'd be delighted to hear from you. So thanks very much for listening, guys, and we'll catch up again soon. Thank you.